Hi everyone, this is Aubrey Boyd. Welcome to Relative Weddings Explained. We explain every chapter in more detail to you, behind the scenes stories as well. And I'm here today with my wife, Deidre Boyd.
Hello everybody.
And also engineer extraordinaire, engineer all-star, Mr. Perry.
Hi. Welcome back, everybody. We are on Chapter 5, All's Fair in Love, War, and Wedding Planning. And this episode starts off with a pretty wild scene. In fact, I've never seen anything like this other than maybe a high school fundraiser or something. I've never heard of anyone fundraising for a wedding with a sexy car wash. So tell us a little bit about this scene.
Well, with this scene right here, I wanted to show that the girls came together. They got the food, but a little short on other money, and a couple of friends used to be ex-dancers, so they know a quick way to make some money, and it actually works. I mean, who's not going to a sexy car wash and contribute to help out?
Yeah, giving these guys a heart attack that are coming to get their cars washed, we'll say, and waxed.
And waxed right outside of the strip club.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say, too, is that,
Gentlemen's
they're
club.
In the parking lot of the strip club, which is kind of a stroke of genius, because you need the space to do it. So, yeah, of course the strip club is going to, or gentlemen's club, as the owner tells us he likes it to be called. It's a perfect place to do it because, lots of space and everything, but also pulling in customers for him because they think that these women work at his club, even though none of them do.
Yeah, it was a win-win for everyone, and he did help out and contribute.
Well, he's trying to recruit. He's being really friendly because he wants to get some of them to come work at the club. There was one in particular that he keeps zeroing in on and trying to get an introduction from Judy so that he can try and convince her to come and dance for him.
Yeah, the inspiration for that character as a friend I had in Virginia, Cage. I mean, that is his character with the cowboy hat and everything. And, he's always recruiting. Always recruiting.
And does he own a gentleman's club?
Yeah, a couple. That's my man. I've been knowing him over 30 years now, and over 20-something years. But yeah, that's Cage. That was my tribute to him.
Well, is the event he mentions a real thing? The Great Hoedown Extravaganza?
No, that was changed around, but he's known for some extravagant, great parties and bachelor parties. So. That was just my nod to him, and I told him about it and emailed it to him and everything. Like, of course you could put me in there. And when everybody see the cowboy hat, they know exactly who it is. And this guy's from Cleveland, not a cowboy at all, but that's just his trade.
That's his look. Mm-hmm. Well, and then he promises to double their money if Judy will introduce him to the friends. That's all she has to do, and he'll double the money. And so she definitely does that.
Quid pro quo.
Mm-hmm. Now, this isn't how y'all raised money for your wedding, is it?
No, of course not.
Not at all.
Of course not.
Not at all. Not even close. This is the fictional part, everybody.
Mm-hmm. This had nothing to do with us. Yeah.
I like how adamantly, we have to make that clear that, I don't know, it makes it sound more suspicious the more you protest.
Yeah,
but
trust me, my money would be right if getting married.
I mean, I've been in some fundraisers and we've done car washes, but nothing like this.
Yeah, because this is a whole different level for sure.
Correct.
And the photos in the video certainly tell the tale as well. So
yeah, again, our Brandy Antonio cousin did that. She did a great job. I just tell her what I need of certain scenes, and she draws them out for me.
Although no imagery of the twerkathon.
Well, I had the girls washing cars. That's about it. I had to keep it rated PG.
That'll be in the animation. Huh?
Yeah, well, it's still going to be rated PG. I can't go too far. I got to sell this thing,
Well, they raised $2,000 more through the twerkathon and a total of $10,000 out of this.
Beautiful.
So it definitely was a huge success.
Yeah, these girls really came together and worked.
Yeah.
It takes a village.
Because those car washes.
I mean,
I've done, your basic car wash, and that's not easy work. All afternoon doing that, and then on top of it, you're twerkathoning.
That's commitment, friendship.
But then again, they have these intoxicated gentlemen coming out of the club or going into the club or the gentleman's club. So even though they may charge $10, $15 for the car wash, the way they were dressed, I'm sure their tips, helped them add up to the amount that they came up with besides just the car wash. just standing there. You know, some of these dirty old men just throw you money for nothing.
You know, and you make a good point. I hadn't even thought about that. I was thinking about how he was using them as advertising to bring people in, but you're right. People stumbling out of the club are going to be willing to put their money down right there, too, to get their car washed.
Exactly.
So, great point. Well, so this is turning out well for Judy today, and then we jump over to Teresa, and she is getting herself a DJ. As we mentioned before, DJ Crazy Joe, the superstar turntablist, as he likes to call himself, and he's a pretty fun character.
Yeah, DJ Joe Crazy was definitely a funny guy, but he was introduced to her by his ex-girlfriend, who gave Teresa his number. You know, he's one of the popular DJs around town, really get the party going. She definitely, remember, Teresa doesn't care about the venue or the food like her sister. All she care about is the party and her dress. So she want the best DJ, and she got one, DJ Joe Crazy.
Who also thinks it's hilarious that she is trying to get Popeyes for the wedding.
Yeah, Popeye for the wedding, and then at a park having the wedding. He was like, come on, I thought you had money. Why would you do that? With her, it's not about the money. It's what she wanted as a kid, and she's going to have it.
Yeah, and I think we've mentioned it, but I still think it's fun as it goes along that everyone assumes because she has the money that she's going to want to do these higher end things. And so it gets increasingly funny when people are like, wait, what?
And that's a message, you know, money doesn't make you happy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and certainly Teresa is the person who's going to do what makes her happy, not what other people think is going to make her happy or what's going to make them happy. Because certainly I've known a lot of people who rearrange their wedding plans to make other people happy. And that just often does not end well at all.
No, and she hasn't changed. She's an educated trauma nurse. You know, she's the typical, stereotypical nurses. They're educated. They're stuck up. They don't have fun. They're stuffy. They're serious all the time. But not Teresa. She wants this to be a party. She wants this to be a celebration. So she gets the best DJ, you know, that she's heard of, to help her fulfill this dream of hers.
Now, do you mind if I mention your career in this, that you were able to give input because you work in the hospital system?
Oh, yes, I do work in it. But it's not what people think, because you're so serious all day. It's great to come home and have a relief. Music is something that helps to cure the psyche. It helps you to release all the stress that you've been going through every day. So with this party and her joyous occasion of a wedding and the celebration, it's not to be serious. It's her day, something she wants to do to release and to have fun and to share with everyone that she cares about.
Well, and I imagine, her job is extremely stressful, working in hospitals at all, but also as a trauma nurse. And so, yeah, she is definitely going to be someone who wants to fully cut loose when it's time to.
Yes.
Well, and speaking of being different, her wedding dress is definitely not your norm either, but I love it. Tell us a little bit about what her look is here.
Fun, sexy, chic, not the typical wedding dress.
And what's the color?
Peach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she knew she wasn't a virgin. She wasn't going to wear white. I mean, she wanted something, and peach is her favorite color. That's a dress she wanted as a little girl, and damn it, Teresa's going to get it. She got the money. Well, who's going to stop her? It's her day.
I love it. Nothing against traditional dresses, but I always like seeing something a little different and fun, especially when it's someone who this is what they wanted, and they didn't just go for the traditional because it's expected. They just did what they
She
wanted.
was expressing her personality.
That's what Mary Boyd wanted, the traditional dress.
Right. Something that you can show pictures of your child's wedding to your friends, and everyone can go, oh, look, what a lovely wedding. But sometimes we just got to do what we like. So.
Exactly. Mary, oh, goodness.
Well, I really have to mention this in here as well. I know in the last episode we talked a little bit about Billy Ray, and specifically Judy asked Teresa about inviting their father, Billy Ray, to the wedding, their biological father. And talk a little bit about this reaction to this suggestion.
Well, with this one, Judy, of the two sisters, she's more of the softer one, the more kind-hearted than Teresa is. So,
Forgiving, yeah.
So even though she know he wasn't there really, he's still her dad, biological. And she just wanted, because she acts. But you see, she asked her big sister first. Because maybe she was doing the wrong thing. But, her sister quickly reminded her that he's a deadbeat. He was never there. Why would you do that? He's just going to ruin the wedding. But, still she had to get her sister's opinion.
Well, and I think, sometimes with a character like Billy Ray, we're hearing from now, obviously he's done some terrible things to them, and he wasn't there for them. And we hear about how he showed up in his underwear drunk on their doorstep one night, and their mother and stepfather had to run him off. Are we going to learn more about Billy Ray as this series goes on, though, a little bit about his backstory and how he got to be where in the situation he's in?
Yeah, and Relative Weddings, too, he'll be more detailed, more backstory on him and more relationship about him. But this first book is strictly about the girls and their relationship. And as we go, everything's a trilogy, so it'll expand more and more. But I'm definitely going to do a spinoff with the dad, and Billy Ray will be a part of that.
Yeah, because the dad is also an interesting character, and his interactions with both of them throughout this are just, he doesn't have much, but they're very warm and supportive sections, and I really enjoyed his character, and we're going to get more into that later on. Mm-hmm. All right, well, thank you all again for another fun episode, and we'll be back next week with Chapter 6.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us with Relative Weddings Explained. So if you could just please assist us by hitting the like, subscribe, and notification buttons. You can also comment and share our content. These small things really help our channel, and it means a lot to us. That's going to be it for now. Until next time, remember you are cherished by us.